Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brad Free. This is the SoCal Report Part 2. We're taking a look forward at the SpringSummer Meet and also 3 stakes races that will be run Saturday right here at Santa Anita. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the things we have to look forward to during this long, extended SpringSummer Meet. We start off on May 4th with a brand new crop. May 4th will be the first 2-year-old race of the season here at Santa Anita. That's always a fun time of year. The high-ticket, expensive, blue-blooded maiden 2-year-olds generally don't show up until Del Mar. But during spring at now Santa Anita and previously Hollywood Park, we're going to see a lot of Cowbreds. We're going to see a lot of relatively inexpensive horses coming out, making their career debut at 4.5 furlongs. And that will be the distance, I think, on May 4th of the first 2-year-old race. It's either 4.5 or 5 furlongs. But the 2-year-old season is nearly upon us. It begins May 4th right here at Santa Anita. A couple of the highlights on May 27th, the Grade 1 Gold Cup at Santa Anita and the Grade 1 Gamely. Now, the Gold Cup will probably include whoever runs well Saturday in the Californian Stakes, and the Gold Cup also is expected to include the California return of Midnight Storm. Midnight Storm was runner-up in the Santa Anita Handicap to Shaman Ghost. He shipped to Oaklawn Park. He did not like the track one bit. He finished a disappointing third at odds on. It was disappointing because when you're odds on in a $750,000 grade 2, you're supposed to take care of business. But Midnight Storm did not like the track at Oaklawn Park. He is expected to return May 27th in the Grade 1 Gold Cup at Santa Anita. Not sure if 1.25 miles is his best distance, but he sure ran well at that distance in the Santa Anita Handicap. The Gamely for fillies and mares will also be run on May 27th. Perhaps the best race of the meet will be run on June 3rd. It's the Beholder Mile, formerly referred to as the Vanity Mile. And listen to this potential lineup. It's expected to mark the California return of Stellar Wind. She went to Oaklawn Park, took care of business in the Apple Blossom Stakes last weekend. Songbird is expected to make her 2017 debut in the Beholder Mile. Finest City, she's trending up a storm in California. It seems like trainer Ian Kruljak wants to run her before the Vanity Mile. Might ship her out of town, but she'll have plenty of time to come back. And Val Dory, who's on a roll right now for trainer Bob Baffert, also could possibly show up in the Beholder Mile. And don't forget about this sleeper, Sky Diamonds. She won a little restricted stakes a couple weeks ago. She will run next in the Grade 3 Adoration. And this former claiming filly, trained by Bill Spar, she might be just about ready to take on the big girls. She's not as good as Stellar Wind and Songbird, but why not take a shot? First up is the Grade 3 Adoration for Sky Diamonds. Possibly next time out, the Grade 1 Beholder Mile. Also on June 3rd, it's the Shoemaker Mile, a mile on grass. Now, the grass division out here in California has been exposed. If you saw Bolo and What a View run poorly last week at Keeneland, you know exactly what I mean. But it's still a Grade 1 here in California, good grass mile, and we will find out who the best grass miler is. It was Bala Bali a couple of weeks ago on Big Cap Day. He's going to run in the Woodford Reserve. He might come back for the Shoemaker Mile. We'll find out more about that. But the Gold Cup, Gamely, Beholder Mile, and Shoemaker Mile, some of the highlights to look forward to as this long spring-summer meet unfolds. Okay, let's talk about some more immediate races, including 3 stakes races on Saturday. And we start off with race number 4. It's the Grade 3 San Juan Capistrano, 1.75 miles on grass. This race used to be an important race in California. It was a Grade 1. Charlie Whittingham won it 14 times, and it has slowly kind of lost its stature and its purse. It was once a $400,000 race. Now it's a $100,000 race. But it's still 1.75 miles, and it's still a unique distance in Southern California. They start at the top of the hill, come down, cross the dirt, and then make one complete lap. 1.75 miles. And here's the field for the San Juan Capistrano. Only 6 entered, another small field. We are going to see a lot of small fields this summer, spring-summer at Santa Anita. And the favorite on the morning line is number 5, Syntax. And Syntax did everything but win last time out. In fact, I bet on him at 27-1, and it still kills me that he got beat by It's in the Post. It's in the Post, by the way, runs Saturday at Keeneland in the Dixiana. Syntax, if he can go 1 3/4, and there's no reason why he won't, as we watch his runner-up finish last time out to It's in the Post, he ran well. He got beat a length. He's stretching out from 1.5 miles to 1 3/4, and he should be able to wear them down. It's kind of a weird race, not a lot of speed. Syntax is trained by Phil D'Amato, whose other starter, number 6, Papa Cool, potentially could be loose on the lead. He's only 3-1. This is a race that doesn't have a whole lot of wagering appeal, but I do think that Syntax is the most probable winner based on his recent runner-up finish in the San Luis Rey Stakes at 1.5 miles. Okay, we go to race number 8, and it's the Californian Stakes, and this is a decent race. It's 1 1/8, and this is the prep for the Gold Cup. Only 6 entered. The morning line favorite is down on the rail, number 1, Collected. And Collected had not started since last spring when he returned in the Santana Mile. And in the Santana Mile, Dortmund was the heavy favorite. Turned out to be the final start of Dortmund's outstanding career. He misfired and has since been retired. But Collected never looked like a loser. He was strongly bet into the teeth of Dortmund, and Collected earned a 101 Beyer speed figure his first start of the year. He's trained by Bob Baffert. I bring it up because Baffert horses typically do not bounce. When you look at the 101 Beyer speed figure, the best of Collected's career, and go, well, now he's making his second start back from a layoff. Will he bounce? No, Baffert horses typically don't bounce. Baffert also entered number 2, Cupid, who has not started since last September. His speed figures actually are higher than Collected, but Collected has something Cupid does not, and that is a recent race over the track. Collected is the most probable winner. Cupid, the second most probable winner, but there is an interesting horse moving back to the main track after an outstanding win last time out on grass, and I'm referring to number 3, Prospect Park. As we take a look at his most recent start, it was March 9th at Santa Anita in a 1 1/8 mile grass race. And yes, he got loose on an easy lead. He went the half in 50 3, 3/4 in 14 3, but he finished like a freight train. He drew off by more than 3 lengths. And a day or two after that, I asked trainer Cliff Seiss, what's next for Prospect Park? He said, the timing is perfect. His next start will be on the main track in the Californian. Here we are, 1 1/8 Californian. Prospect Park returns to the main track, and we already know he can handle dirt. He was actually on the Kentucky Derby Trail 2 years ago. He's now a 5-year-old. He has 2 1 1/8 races under his belt, and if it's possible that he has a conditioning edge over the Bob Baffert duo of Collected and Cupid, I think he might. Prospect Park has a chance to upset at a whopping 7-2. It looks to me like a 3-horse race, and no disrespect for Follow Me Krev, who I tried in the Santa Anita handicap at 18-1. He ran as well as he could run. He finished 3rd behind Shaman Ghost and Midnight Storm. It looks like it's Bob Baffert's race to lose, but take a look at Prospect Park. He is a good horse in good form. Race number 9 on Saturday is the Misdirection Stakes, the most wide open stakes race on the entire Saturday card. 10 fillies and mares will scream 6.5 furlongs down the hill. My top selection here, and I'm surprised that she is listed at 5-1, but you could really make a case for just about anybody in this race, is number 2, Desert Steel. Desert Steel will enjoy the class drop, and I say class drop, she goes from 100 to 75, but here's the deal. There's no Enola Gray in this field, and Desert Steel has been thwarted by Enola Gray time after time after time. Last time out, Desert Steel ran very well, chasing Enola Gray. Let's roll the tape. On the Irish O'Brien Stakes, March 18th at Santa Anita, Desert Steel broke slowly. Enola Gray got the jump. Enola Gray, by the way, did not break all that well either, but she was able to rush up and make the lead. Desert Steel was farther off the pace than she typically is. I expect her to be closer to the front this time out. And with no Enola Gray in the field, Desert Steel looks like the horse to beat. The favorite on the morning line is way down on the bottom, number 10, Swift Lady, making her first start since October. So Desert Steel at 5-1. Maybe she's the best gamble of the 3 stakes races on the Saturday card. It's the SpringSummer Meet at Santa Anita. We get things started on Saturday with the San Juan Capistrano, the Grade 2 Californian, and the Misdirection Stakes down the hill. This has been the SoCal Report. I'm Brad Free. See you next time.